Welcome to Inclusivity Unlocked, that podcast that's all about inclusion and diversity, brought to you by the ANDCTR Explorator. And here we are in our studio in Craiova, and we will talk together about tricky isms and complex terms connected with inclusion. Get set for next half of hour. We start our podcast, and now it's time to unlock. So today we're in the studio with Mohammed, a former volunteer from Jordan. And Mohammed was volunteering with ANDCTR Association, also in Craiova, for 11 months. And my name is Asia. I'm a volunteer from Explorator Association. I'm from Russia. And now my mobility is close to 2 months. And I believe that our different backgrounds, various reasons to move temporarily to Romania, will allow us today to talk about Romania, our perception of this country. Thank you, Mohammed, for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
And my first question actually is, what made you move to Romania?
To be honest, at the beginning, I have no idea what Romania is. My geography was not that good. I remember that I know Romania, it's a capital of Italy. Then they told me, no, actually it's another country.
Oh, it's Rome.
Yeah, it's Rome. Yeah? And a friend of mine, he told me if you want, we can go to volunteer in Romania. I told him, yes, I'm in. I want to discover the world, especially that I will be in Europe, in a country in a part of Europe. So yeah, I applied, and they reject me at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they reject me for 3 days, and I sent for them email that thank you that you rejected me. I swear to God, yeah. And then they accepted me after 3 days, and they told me they reselect again.
Mm-hmm.
And I came here Romania as a volunteer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was my first trip outside of the Middle East.
So were you planning to go, to stay in Romania after volunteering when you came to volunteering?
When I came to Romania, actually, I came here to improve my English, especially that the environment here, and as a volunteer, it will be in English only. So yeah, I improved it, and I was planning to have the IELTS exam, then move to another country here in Europe to start my master degree in environmental engineering. But the God have another plans, and here I am, I'm working here.
Yeah, in my case, in some point, I was just trying to find out something new to do after I graduated university, and I wanted to live in another country to explore more, have more international experience. I think that's in some way one of the main reasons of volunteering itself. It gives you an opportunity to communicate with people whom you probably never meet in any other conditions. Sometimes when we're staying in our flat all together with other volunteers, I'm looking at us and thinking, where would in which conditions I would meet them? There are 2 people from Jordan, 2 people from Egypt, friend from Bosnia, and we meet other volunteers in Craiova from France, Portugal, Spain. It's an incredible experience. So in some way we came to Romania to explore internationally more, I think. Was it the same for you? Were you looking for some kind of cultural experience?
Here at the beginning it was about the culture experience, but after maybe 3 months from the volunteering period, we start having youth exchanges. So yeah, they give us the opportunity to meet the people, as they said, from all over the world almost. I remember I have a friend from Italy, Spain, Finland, Sweden, a lot of friends, yeah, it was international environment that make me feel really happy that with this experience, yeah.
But did someone share with you some prejudice or preconceptions about Romania before coming to Romania?
Yeah, actually after they selected me, I start telling my family, the close family, that I'm moving to Romania, for volunteering for 10 months, and I will be back to Jordan. It's normally I will go back to complete my working as I was working as engineer. But cousin of my father, when he knew that I will be in Romania, he told my father he will be kidnapped for 10 years. Yeah, they were having a human traffic, you know.
Yeah.
And another guy, I remember, he was here in Romania. He told me like it's very poor country and it's unsafe. But when I moved here, it's nothing at all. I'm almost here 2 years and something like, couple of months, and I didn't until today. Thanks God, like I didn't face any problem or even any like conflict in the street.
Yeah, with me it's the same. When I announced that I will go to Romania, at first it was jokes like what Romania is or what would you do there? Yeah, it was actually one of the main questions because people see sometimes Romania as like agricultural country that have only vegetables and I don't know potatoes and stuff, even though it's not true at all. And they think that it's like if empty fields with nothing here. And at the same time, yeah, they ask me what I will do, what my job will be, and they were really. They didn't expect me to say that I will do a podcast about inclusion because it's a complex topic. And at the same time, they said, like, especially men in my family, like, be careful, you might be like kidnapped or someone will like take advantage of you. Yeah, so I really understand the way you're thinking about Romania, or not you, I mean like our families, what they said. But in reality, Craiova is different. It feels like a very safe place to be.
Very safe, yeah.
But even though Romanian people from Craiova, they also make jokes that Oltenia consider one of the worst regions in Romania.
Actually, it depends on the people. Like for them, like maybe it's not safe. But for I came from Jordan, it's safer than Jordan, 100%. And like I have a point. I remember when I told my family, like my project was in that education for the informal education in the schools, and I told them like I will go to informal teaching in the schools. And I remember my family, my mother and my father told me like you have no idea how to deal with the kids, like you are an engineer, like make no sense what you are talking about, like. But yeah, no, everything was like really great here in Romania, and still.
Did you like the project itself? So you went to schools and you were communicating with kids in English?
In English, yeah. It's for me, it's my first time I'm dealing with kids, and we have like different ages. I was dealing with the kids in 7 years old, and also I have another school. It was almost 13, 14 years old, and this, like the 13, 14 years old, they are very fluent in English. Teenager, but they are very fluent in English, and they are very smart people, and they are from Elena Farago school. Actually, like the way how they are thinking, the teenager. I remember myself when I was teenager, I was empty, like not like them.
But actually, I was really impressed with some kids during our workshops because they, one of our mentors, she invited kids of 4 or 5 years old, and some of them were really able to speak with me, even better than some people like older ones who come here to volunteer. Like great that kids can do that, communicate in different languages. And I see some parents here in Romania who try to speak with kids both languages, even though it's controversial topic about duolingual kids, but still I find it interesting. And also I wanted to ask you, since now you work here in Romania, do you find it essential to learn Romanian if you stay inside of the country and work? Like, is it important to learn Romanian to work in Romania?
Yeah, like when you want to stay here in Romania, it makes no sense like to stay in your English language. It's unuseful like when you be in like deeply in your job. I'm working as a construction engineer, like construction engineer, and I'm working with the people, workers from villages. They cannot speak English, so I have to learn Romanian. So what I mean, like I went there, I remember first 2 months, I have no idea what they are talking about. Then I start like having the basic Romanian. Right now I can deal in Romanian, and not in a good way, very good way, but in like make me survive. Yeah, but it's necessary for someone to stay in Romania to learn Romanian. But I want to mention, when I came here in March 2022, the street wasn't speaking English.
Really?
Yeah, but right now I'm very shocked. Like even like if you want any shop here, like you can ask in English and they will answer you. So like they are improving like in a hilarious way, you know, like in very fast way.
Do you think that's it because of going into Schengen zone or like being more years inside of the European Union? Does it make them go wider?
I have no idea, but the teenager here, as I told you, they are thinking differently, like in a good way. They are not even in English they speak. I met a lot of them. They speaking also German. They speak French. Like a lot of them speaking Spanish. So they having the multiple languages. It's like familiar for them. Not like comparing with us. Like at least when I was teenager, I only like having Arabic until 2021. I graduate from the university, have no idea like about the English. Yeah, but like life change.
Yeah, life change. But also coming here now in February 2024, I really found everyone speaking English. I had no problems with communicating with people. Some of them though still know Russian a little bit. They remember it from Ceausescu time.
Yeah.
It should be older people. We had, for example, Blood Donation Day. We gave flyers on the street to teenagers, like everyone who are in the street, giving flyers with reasons to donate blood. And we were asking questions in English because all of us are international volunteers, so the common ground is English. And actually, all teenagers were really open to speak with us. And I was fascinated because I was thinking, if I was in Moscow and someone came to me on a street, I at first would be shocked that someone wants to approach me in English, and at second, I probably will be like shy to like easily communicate, even though I like English, speaking English. But here nowadays probably it's not a problem at all, which is great, which I found very attractive to go to Romania. So what was your knowledge about Romania before visiting it? Did you try to do some research coming here? Some ideas about Romania?
For sure. When they send I was volunteering in ANDCTR organization, and they sent for me agenda how to get approach Craiova. So I know the last destination will be Craiova. So let's see what Craiova is. So I just opened YouTube and I saw it was old videos about Craiova, and I remember I have 4K video. And I showed for my family. I was very happy. They have a big stadium, the trees. Like in Jordan, we have trees, but not like trees here. It's really green.
So Romanescu Park, and there are a lot of other parks like Botanical Garden, which is also very beautiful, especially now in spring. Everything blossoms. It's an incredible experience.
Even the street. It's the street.
So you started with YouTube.
Yeah, I start with YouTube. I start discover. I remember I also read in Google the Wikipedia, and as I remember that the population was 300,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I think also something close to that, approximately. Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, I didn't find too much things, but something helped us. Our coordinator start sending for us videos from the Shinto and everything. Whenever she go to place, she just make videos for us and speaking in English, telling us blah blah blah. This is great. Yeah, so I start discover that. But
so you had support at first.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. From my coordinator.
Yeah, for me, it's as an art historian, I also, of course, I went through Google. It was the easiest way to do. But then I found out that actually Brancusi, called here Brancuș, he's also from Craiova. Actually, he's from village near Craiova. But then he moved to Craiova, and now in Craiova we have a contemporary art center named after him, and also some of his artworks in our art museum. Coming to Craiova, I really wanted to see those, but actually at this point in February they were on another exhibition, and I came to the museum so excited, now I will see the Brancuș, real artworks. And I came there and I just stopped because the whole room, it was like closed and with only one his piece, because all other pieces, they were on a huge exhibition. I think in Timișoara they had a huge exposition with all his different artworks, and I think now they're in Paris. So yeah, my type of research didn't help me too much. But Craiova, actually they admire Brancusi a lot, and some festivals also, I think, connected with him. I really, really want to go to Moldova region, not Moldova, the country, Moldova region, to see all those churches with frescoes and built in 15th and 16th century. And I wanted really to see Ceausescu's palace in Bucharest. Yeah, the big one. And finally, I got the chance this weekend. 40 minutes to go like across, because we went from the wrong side with my friends and we had to like walk the whole way.
But it's really huge.
It's huge. I understood how huge it is while I was walking across. Yeah. You've been here for 2 years, which means you should explore something more than just Craiova. In which places you've been in Romania so far?
Okay. Yeah, I have been, like, for sure. Like, I have been in Orshova, Herculana, Cluj-Napoca, also like Sibiu, Brașov, Bucharest for sure, and Sinaia, and more than that, you know. Yeah, I have like too much, like when, something it's unique in Romania. You just like divide it. You will find like the really north, they have the Europe culture. And when you go like the really south, I have no idea what the culture is exactly, but they told me like they affected about the Ottoman Empire or something like that, but you can see the difference. So like they are unique. Like you will find like a lot of culture. If you went to Sibiu, for example, when I went there, I remember
it's also the region in the mountains near Brașov, right?
Yeah. Actually, when you go south, you will find more mountains. Like even Brașov, Sinaia, Sibiu, all of that, like Cluj-Napoca. Yeah, you will find a lot of mountains there. But what I want to mention, when I went to Sibiu, the street there speak Romanian and also like German as a native, you know.
And in some places Hungarian as well.
Yeah, and like yes. Also in Arad, my knowledge is they speak Hungarian. What I want to mention it is because they affected. They have a lot of people from originally from German, but also they affected from like the Europe culture. But when you come here, like to Craiova, no, they speaking Romanian, you know.
Actually, there is a very interesting concept, as I find it, and we've been also taught about it during our on-arrival trainings, which is part in the beginning of long-term volunteering. Everyone has to do that to understand something about European Solidarity Corps. Iceberg culture model was first introduced by Edward Hall in 1976, and it's actually that you have surface culture and like underneath culture. So now, as a person who's been here only for 2 months, I see like the upper part of the iceberg, something like fine arts, as I said about Brancusi, or drama, maybe some food, cuisine, I don't know, traditional dancing, music as well. So maybe as a person who stayed here for longer, more than 2 years, you can tell us a little bit about something that's hard to see with the first impression, like concepts of beauty, of seeing modesty, how people think about religion here, like inside the society more.
Okay, yeah. Actually, when I started learning Romanian, I realized they are respecting too much the old people. So me as a young guy, if I want to speak with old man or old woman, and in Romanian language, I have like to speak in plural words, not like in single words. Like for example, we say sunteți, not tu ești, that mean you are, and sunteți also like you are. but like it's type of respectful, and the way like how they are like salute each other, like you can speak like for a guy in the same age of you and your friend, you can say salute, but for a guy like I don't know him and he's older than me, I have to be like say for him satrait. Yeah, and it's like more respectful from salute. For example, I cannot say for a girl salute, I have to speak like say for her like buna. You know, for the old woman I have saramuna, like kiss your hand. Like it's really like it's a really gorgeous way to show the respect.
But I think, as I see it also, that Romanian people very respectful to their families, or they're actually very close to their families. They like stick to each other in some ways, and the family determine a lot in decisions of young people. Do you see it as well?
Yeah, before I came here to Romania, I have we only see like the European Union and only like as from the television, and they told us like when the guy will be like 18, move to 18, he have to move outside of the home, and he will be like only like no one responsible on him, like he has to be responsible for everything. But when I came here, like every single guy I met him until today, even like he lived with his mother, with his father, with his family and itself. And also something like I saw it very interested, like they visiting the aunts, like as Arab people, like we always like visiting the aunts, the grandfather, grandmother, even if you are 40 years old. And that's something I really like touch it here, like they are like very close to our culture. They can like they will not say like we are 18, like we will never see our aunts or visit our aunts. No, they visiting like aunts, uncles, and they are like stuck to each other, like
But at the same time, I think people are free here. It seems to me that they can think more openly, make independent decisions, think on their own. So actually, with family,
if they want.
If they want.
Yeah, not like Jordan. If I don't want to have connection with my aunt, my father will hit me, you know. No, I'm joking. Yeah,
but another trait is that actually they're like Romanian people. For me, they're open to foreigners in general. They're very welcoming, you know. It's very interesting because coming to a new country, you always think how they would treat you as a person who like starts speaking only in English. But as they talk, they don't have nowadays, at least, problems with English. But still, it doesn't make them to be welcoming. But they are actually.
They are very welcome. And also something helped them a lot, like the Craiova University. They have a lot of foreign people they studying here, and Craiova, as like you see, it's a small city, you know. So it's make they are welcoming everyone because they get used to see foreign people. Until today, I don't remember that I met someone outside of Jordan maybe twice or 3 times when I was in Jordan, and they came like speaking with me in English, and I was shocked, like I have no idea what your language is, not even this is English but I cannot speak, no, I have no idea what. Yeah, like here, like they are welcoming too much the foreign people.
And when you're moving to a different country, you start to consider, especially when you're moving for a long time, that you know that your mobility will be like for 11 months. The question comes up to your mind, what is home? I wanted to ask you, what is home for you? What do you think about this term?
Home, actually, it's the people that you are with, you know, the people that you are associated with, like communicate with. If you have like a really close friend with you, like feel comfortable with, this is my home.
Actually, I agree with you, because for me it's also about people. But at the same time, it's about having a safe place. There is like determination and difference between house and home, because house usually connected with like strict walls, like real walls, and home is something what's inside of you, what you can create and project. And here it's actually interesting because you have to deal with people from different cultures as a volunteer, and it will be totally unexpected experience, even though when you're very tolerant or you're trying to be open-minded, some features you would find just different, and it might be a little bit irritating from time to time, just because you don't get used to that, don't get used to people cooking this way, eating this way, sleeping at that hour or and another hour.
Yeah, I have something I want to mention, like according what you are saying, that when you get close for this type of people, like and with people from different culture, like it will be like really home for you.
Mhm.
I really missed that time when I was volunteer as well.
Thank you for joining our podcast, and thank you, Mohammed, for saying so many important words about volunteering and life in Craiova in general. And again, thank you for tuning in for Inclusivity Unlocked podcast. We'll see you soon to unlock the new topic.